Okay.
Oh my
Got
God.
my RH onesie.
That's beautiful. Look at Johnson.
Do it Victor style.
Get the nipples.
Got my RH mug.
Stubbs. Look at him dancing. Watch him go.
Okay. What are we doing here? We're doing some live stuff? Yep.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, man. How long have we been live? That's fantastic.
For
What's
a
going
minute.
on, everybody? This is Stubbs, and we got Thor here, and we were doing a little bit of RP3 first impressions, teardown, testing, game playing, all that good stuff. Thor's a madman. I'm probably not going to disconnect the battery. How are you doing tonight, man? How are you
I'm
doing?
great, man. How are you doing?
I'm good. I got my RH mug in. Look how I'm stoked on this.
You
Look at
get that
this.
merch.
Do you know, I've been a merch show all day. Do you know TeePublic is having a 35% off sale? Look at this baby onesie. Huh? You can put that on your child.
You're going to lead in with shilling? Is that what you're going to do?
Shilling. Look at these stickers. No, we are talking today about the Retroid Pocket 3. We've been waiting for this device since the RP2. We always said when the RP3 comes, it's going to be the magical child that saves the world.
Right.
And here we are in reality getting an RP3. We've already seen reviews hit from Wolf, from Russ, from ETA, and there's been a lot more positive than negative, and that was surprising after seeing Taki's video. So, what are you gonna do tonight, Thor? Because you're up to some shenanigans.
I'm doing a teardown on the orange one. Because we're gonna take a look at what's inside. So if people have already started getting and everything like that, if you pre-ordered in August, then you got the kit to change your switch type for your D-pad and for your buttons. Already has a guide up for this, right? But I just thought it might be fun for us while we're talking about configurations, maybe doing some comparison, to do a little teardown. So
yeah, I think that's fair.
That's what
I'm glad you're tearing down and not me. Dude, when I tore down my 2 Plus, I snapped a bunch of the brackets off.
Did you?
I'm gonna wait. Are you gonna show people how to change out the dome switches? Are we doing that too?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull basically pull everything out and put it back. Switches right now, but it's
Okay.
the same thing.
It'll be the same thing. Now you just got off a plane from seeing Rammstein. Is that what I understand? Like
Yes,
just 10 minutes ago.
Go this weekend.
Yeah.
And saw Rammstein. It was a fantastic show. It was fun.
I know one song by them. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to some more of their music. I mean, you sent me some pictures. It looked epic. Just awesome.
It was absolutely
way bigger.
epic.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire stadium was filled with fire at one point. You know, like I have a light. It feels like a sunburn on my face. So,
do they still do the cover of Barbie Girl by Aqua, or did they never do that?
I don't know. I have no idea. Is that the only song you know?
That's a great song.
That is a great song.
It's the only Rammstein song I know is Barbie Girl. But
all right, I'm
excited to dig into the RP3 with you, buddy.
I'm going to swap the stream over real quick. It might reset because I'm trying to get a higher resolution. As apparently, according to Capitan, I'm on Walmart Wi-Fi, so guessing my resolution doesn't look too hot right now. So just a second.
Not super hot. Okay. I'll talk to the chat while you're gone. Hello, chat.
Well, I have to stop the recording and restart it. So we'll be back in like 30 seconds, all right?
And we're back. That looks better.
That does look better. It looks a little bit better.
Much better. Much better.
There we go. Okay, so starting off, so I actually pulled out the 2 Plus, right? And this does the old school style where it has the holes and there were the plugs that go in them, right?
Right. Yeah.
The RP3 doesn't do that, and obviously the RP3 has the wider screen. So I just brought this out for a little comparison. Obviously,
Fair.
I think the RP3 quality is even plus because they were just reusing the shells from the two.
Right.
Would you agree
It's
with
true.
that?
Yeah. I would agree with that. I like how thin it is. That's something I love
Yeah,
on the 3. That's like the first thing I noticed is, geez, it's thin. And
it's pretty close.
the
Yeah, and they
corners
rounded it way better.
aren't digging into your palms. So like just the
Yeah,
feeling of it. And here's the thing that no one's talking about, the weight. For some reason, the particular weight of this
yeah,
device and how they have the components is really, really nice. It's very
yeah.
pocketable.
It's very similar to the 2 Plus. Like, there's not a lot of extra heft happening here.
Well, it's almost like this is the first Retroid Pocket that's actually feeling pocketable. I know it's longer, but
Oh yeah,
it's thinner.
I agree.
You know, those joysticks which are the Odin joysticks apparently,
Yeah,
are nice and recessed. Dude, the D-pad doesn't stick out too badly.
yeah. I was
Face
very happy
buttons.
that they sticks the way that they did because I was kind of
Yeah.
expecting like for them to be popped out like on this, with it
Yeah.
with so far out like that. They put them down in, and then they put them in the layout, which is my style. I know a lot of people want the
Yeah.
Xbox style layout and stuff sometimes, but they can be wrong.
Well, it's nice. They can be wrong. It's nice that they moved to this. I'm okay with the joystick up top. I actually not super crazy either way. But they made some dumb choices on this handheld too, like some dumb choices. Why is start and select up top? Why?
So you're talking about button layout. Is that what's bothering you here?
Yeah, and the home button being on the right.
Yeah.
Why aren't these things on the front? And why are the
I
speakers
do
firing down? Why do the speakers fire down?
I do keep
Thor, is
hitting
this
the
your fault?
select, thinking that
What have you
it's
done?
volume up and down over here,
Yeah, me too.
not this.
Constantly.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, where's
constantly.
volume up and down? It's on the left-hand side. Well,
Well,
why'd
the
they do
thing
that?
is that we were working on custom firmware for the 2 Plus, right? I have to
Yeah.
hit these buttons, right? So it's just automatic. But instead, now to get into EDL mode, the download mode, I have to hit these over here, which is awkward because my
Yeah.
brain's just wired incorrectly.
It's throws me for a loop too. I mean, it's a sleek looking front of the design and it looks good, but it's just yeah. I'm waiting for that 3
We have
plus for my perfect design.
Obimoto asked, would you buy the RP3 if you already own an Odin because of the more pocketable size and the D-pad up top being better for 16-bit gaming? Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
Because you can't,
comparing an
there's no way
Odin.
you're looking for a pocketable handheld. This is probably it. I mean,
Right, yeah.
the button layout for the volume buttons and stuff, but I think you can live with it, personally.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was comparing an Odin to this last night because I'm like, okay, how different are they? Odin's a little weightier. It's also nice and slim, but man, this just was so easy to carry around the house while I had the kids. Go on errands and just play some games.
Well, and it does great on PSP. It's not, rocking GameCube and PS2 like an Odin does, but it does great on PSP.
None of that matters when you have this sweet live background. Look at that. Just
Yeah, that was fun that they added that, wasn't it?
it's fun. It is fun.
I will say this though, because I've
My reset
restarted
collection. Yeah.
the black one like 30 times already. I hate that intro song, the splash screen song.
The little let's do that for people. Let me turn off mine real quick.
Because it's from Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, I was wondering if they're going to get some sort of copyright thing, but they're not.
Yeah, probably, but yeah, they're not going to.
All right, let's do this here.
OLED Vita. I don't have an OLED Vita right in front of me. Sorry.
Come on. I think
It's
it takes
going.
a minute to get there.
Yeah.
Trying to get some good.
Yeah. So while we were working on the RP2 Plus, which has that Game Boy Advance startup sound, right?
Yeah.
Turtle basically made a script that turned the sound off, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna need that here too, because while we're working on custom firmware, we're gonna hear it 7 billion times.
Yeah, might as well get rid of that startup sound. I mean, I kind of like it. I thought that was fun. My wife liked it too. Yeah, she was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
Donkey Kong,
yeah.
that's fun."
DK. Let's see.
Now,
if I ordered an Elden Light, would arrive first. Totally the RP3.
yeah, I mean, the ship time on this is like 2 weeks right now.
David
So that
Price.
you can't beat that at all.
It's totally going to be the RP3.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Speakers. Stubbs would buy any handheld no matter what, even if they're demonic. Mr. Sujano has joined the chat. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Mr. Sujano, welcome. Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about this thing so far? And it's true, I would buy any handheld at least once, even if it's a little haunted. What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Even if it's not like together. Here's a 351p. I don't even have all the parts to it, but I enjoy it. So
sorry, my stream is pixelated. We're actually recording this in 1080 on the side, and we'll repost the video after it's done. I currently live in the middle of nowhere, and my upload is not fantastic, but we will have a much higher resolution version of this video eventually. So
yeah, Thor's actually in an alternate dimension right now, so
I am. That's correct.
Don't be too hard on him.
I do have to say though, I'm really proud of one thing, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I successfully perfectly applied both of the screen protectors. All right. I know, right? I opened the box and took it out of that plastic bag, and before I did anything else, I just put the screen protectors on, and it worked, and I'm amazed. And even my wife was like, "Oh my God, how did you do that?"
I'm very proud of you that you did that. You did it not once but twice.
Two in a row. I know.
Thor,
shocking.
My little baby Thor, just a little baby in the world, growing up into a big, strong screen protector putting on man. So happy right now. I can't even put to word. We can end the live stream. You've accomplished the mission of our server and our community just now. So
Jada the Bell joining us. I probably shouldn't watch this. Hearing the ship time makes me consider even more. Yeah, for sure. It's very quick, and it's a really solid device so far. Stubbs has tested the software way more than I have. I actually, being a goober, I managed to brick my orange one already, and I'm waiting on some software.
I wasn't going to throw him under the bus, but
yeah, but I did. This orange one is totally bricked. The black one is not bricked though. Yeah, but just screwing around.
We could also talk about the case. So the orange one I recommend if you want to have a matching case, because the only color they have for cases is the orange. But this case is very similar to the Odin case, by the way. It's nice. I mean,
it's basically the same thing. It's the same company and everything.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's fantastic.
It fits in there.
The black one looks good in there too.
Does. Looks good. I like it. Thank you, Mr. Michael Gates. $20 for the stream?
Oh wow. Thank you.
That is very, very generous.
Let's see here. We have rest in peace, Orange RP3 from Lux. Let's see here. I just need y'all to tell me why I don't need one, because I kind of want one. You're in the wrong place, pal. All right, because we're going to be here, be like, oh man, this thing's freaking great. Let's go.
Well, I'm going to rag on it a bit. And don't forget Taki's video and Retro Breeze's video. I mean, they both had some things to say.
Well, and I do have to be I do have to be honest as well. This black one has a dead pixel in it, and I'm worlds of butthurt about it. There's one dead pixel. All right, I'm gonna get started on my teardown. You want to talk about some performance and stuff?
Yeah, let's talk about some performance and stuff. So, firstly, I want to talk about the screen. Supposedly, it has an iPhone 6 screen in it, and it has you can't see it on camera, but the screen is super beautiful, like way better than the 2 and the 2 Plus. Nice and saturated, crisp, beautiful colors. It is an iPhone screen, and I compared it. I have an iPhone 6 somewhere around here, and I was comparing the two, and I'm like, yep, This looks like the same screen to me. So those rumors I'm feeling are true, and they were probably sourcing them for some decent prices.
So
What
the
else do
screws
we
on the
have?
back are a
What do
Torx
you got
5.
there?
Just a heads up. The screws on the back are a Torx 5. So I'm gonna get started.
Get started. We also have a A75 Cortex CPU clocked at 2 gigahertz with 3 A55s at 1.8 with the Power VR GPU, which is a 8300 at 800 megahertz. If anyone cares, it's running Android 11 this time around. They claim that's a 20 to 30% performance gain from Android 9. It's not true. So I was comparing
that's not true.
their Android 9 to the Android 11 build and doing some comparisons. I'm not seeing 20%. Even with an extra gig of RAM, I mean, I'm seeing like a 5% gain.
Okay.
I also am increasing the resolution, though, in most cases to make use of that bigger screen. So, I mean, it's
so it
null
could be 10%.
to me. It could be 10%. But that screen is a 4.7-inch touch, 16 by 9, 60 FPS, blah, 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 750 by 1334. It has a 720p HDMI output. It has a 2 gig RAM model or a 3 gig. Do what you want there. We recommend the 3 gig because
just get the 3
it's
gig.
$10.
Just get the 3
Then
gig.
you got your overhead for the Google Play Store covered at that point.
Yeah.
Do it. It's fine. Clickable L3 R3 this time, which is freaking fantastic. That's the one thing I always complained about on the 2 and the 2 Plus. Why can't we just have clickable sticks? Improved controls. These ones come default with these dome switches, much like the Vita. You can install your own conductive rubber for D-pad and the face buttons. For the most part, I think you're okay. I would leave the D-pad alone. If you're going to do anything, maybe replace those face buttons to get a little mushier feel, which I'm going to do on my Orange unit. But they send black buttons. I prefer that. I like the 2 Plus feeling compared to the 2 for the face buttons. But they only send the black color, and so you're going to find yourself not wanting to swap out perhaps in the indigo or on the SNES color. This unit also has better build quality and heat dissipation with a metal frame inside, and we're about to see if that's the truth. Same 4,000 milliamp hour battery.
It takes the same basic style from the Odin.
Right.
Off here, this is actually something the first time. So right here is where you actually want to open it. You want to get one of these like hook spudger things, and then get behind spudger. You want to get behind this top button down below. On the RP2, you had to get kind of down below here. You want to do it up here to get into it, and then just start working your way out around with another spudging tool. These clips are way more forgiving than the RP2 and 2 Plus as well. I feel like I should point that out. Oh yeah, way more forgiving. If you're worried about well, they're easier. You're not gonna bust them out like you did with the RP2, but they're way more forgiving. See?
Yes.
So
that was easy. Wow, you didn't break any clips or anything.
No, the clip design is way better. And they're thicker relative to their size, so very good.
Nice.
These right here, these are the L2 R2 shoulder buttons with their membranes.
Feel good.
So
yeah, they feel really good to me. I was
the plastic quality. I would say the plastic quality is similar to the 2 and the 2 Plus, but for some reason the finish on it feels better to me. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's a little higher quality premium, but it's a little slippier feeling, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm
a little slippier.
Imagine some people won't like the slickness. I think we had a comment on that earlier.
Damien wants a vent smell rating. All right, buddy.
Vent smeller?
It kind of has like an oregano kind of smell to it.
It's Ambernick stuff smells better, I think.
Oh, sweet plastic. Does Ann Bernick smell better?
To me, at least.
Yeah. What?
A little bit.
I need a 353P out. We're gonna need to. I should have been prepared for this. I should have known. Right.
Actually, I have a 353p right here. Yeah. Comparison here.
Yeah.
The 353 is pocketable, but I think the RP3 is more pocketable because of the square bar shape.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right, get that P out of here. We're not doing an Ambernick live stream right now.
No, we're not.
No,
we are doing an RH live stream. Look at these stickers.
We are. Okay, so the next thing up is this back metal plate, right? And you're just going to want your basic. I use a
ASMR scratch.
Not ASMR scratch.
I mean, it scratches pretty nicely.
Yeah. So these 4 screws right here are super duper tiny. All right. Real tiny.
Too tiny for me.
Yeah.
How many are there?
There's 4.
Okay.
For right here, but I mean,
I like that.
That little silver dot right there.
I like what you're doing right now. Yeah.
Is so teeny tiny. Easily losable. How about that?
Don't lose it.
Exceptionally losable.
So you seen that metal frame in there?
Yeah. So there's actually
2 frames. They didn't even advertise that you get a second frame for free.
A second frame.
Jay to the Bell asks, how does it smell compared to the Steam Deck? Okay, so now I need to get my Vita out.
Is way better.
I need to get my Vita out and my Steam Deck out and smell more handhelds tonight, I guess. Jay Lash, you got family stuff to do. Watch later. Yep. Catch you later, man.
Yep.
King Arcturus, what's up? What's going on? Mouthfeel rating from Caleb from CalKick.
Yep, there it is.
You know what? I can successfully hold it in my ear with the mouth. No problem. Oh, really? Those are big screws.
They're way bigger than those other 4. Way, way, way bigger.
You got some nice big screws there.
When you're taking this stuff apart, because you do have to take this part off to get to the daughter boards for the controller. So that's 2 screws, and then 6 total screws gets this first plate off. All right.
Okay.
So underneath is the battery. They did the same stupid bullshit that they did with the Odin, where the battery's stuck down over this ribbon cable right here, and this is going to be a real bear to get both in and out. I think it's going to be a real bear to get in particular, because you also have your sticks right here. These sticks are going to have the ribbon cables are going to have to basically be the last thing you put in. So
fair enough. And I also want to say thank you to Serena Mobs for the donation as well. Did not expect donations on our stream. I guess that's a thing that people can do on this now. That's really cool. We really appreciate it.
This other metal plate that's in the way actually has 2 more screws. And then they put like one of those, has this been open verification stickers on here, right?
Oh, nice.
But it's
official.
So it doesn't take off and like put back on. So they're never.
No, they're never gonna know unless they watch this video, and they'll know.
Yeah.
They'll put you in the database, Thor. Yeah.
David's probably watching this right now. Retroid David going, that guy, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna find him.
That's what he sounds like.
That to me,
guy.
So
he's tearing apart my beautiful console,
covering this connector right here to the speaker.
Yeah.
It's just this like little piece of tape or something. I think that's another like teardown thing, like a security measure to see if people have done it. But that's like the 3rd time I've taken this thing off. It's still intact and sticky. So,
well,
it's not really an issue.
Yeah, it's not an issue for me. I will be replacing membranes on one of these things, replacing buttons, but I'll just rewatch the video at the top.
Now we're getting close to the point to where we're you all right? Did you die?
Yeah, I just want to dance.
Just want to dance. Now we're getting close to the point to where we're able to get those boards out. Okay. So I tend to use my finger with this stuff. All right. But you want to flip these up right here. These ribbon connectors. I'm actually going to get my tweezers out so I can be real gentle here.
Okay. Membranes on the buttons are glued, right?
I don't know.
We'll find out. Size of the battery, Michael, is 4,000 milliamp hours.
Yep. 15.2 watt hours.
Serena, right, again, thank you.
We're going to get those out, and then we're going to go ahead and take the sticks out.
Okay.
Because they're just going to kind of be in the way of these daughter boards.
But if you were my daughter, I'd never be bored of you. It'd be interesting.
That's dad joke. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy. You know, I got my daughter down within seconds before hopping on this live stream. And I was, you know, lots of, kids at the end of the day, so many questions. I'm like, well, honey, I love you. Let's save those questions. Those are great questions for tomorrow. Yeah. Great questions for early morning. And I'm like, Daddy has to go do some chores now. I'll be back to check on you in a little bit. Run across the house, flip on my mic, hop on this live stream. While I was mid-running, my brain switches from dad mode to Retroid mode.
Stubbs mode.
So, yeah, to Stubbs. Stubbs, the character, comes online all of a sudden.
All right. So on this, they're very different. On this board over here, we actually have 3 screws that we have to take out, and these are all size 0 Phillips head is the easiest way with your interchangeable. These screws actually look like they have a little bit of a different thread pattern on them as well.
Huh. Okay. So it's interesting.
Keep track of your screws.
Keep track of your screws, friends.
I don't know why they keep doing that, but they keep doing that.
Rough House asks, has Cheeto Steve shown up yet? Oh, he's always around. Well, Cheetah Steve is right there. Yeah. So there's Cheetah Steve.
What did Cheeto Steve show up for this device? What do you think, Stubbs?
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What'd you say?
Sorry, I gotta look something close here.
And I have ADD, so I have no idea what you said to me. I was reading Christian Haitian's comment. Retroid seriously thinks these folks want to go in and open the device to change the controller boards. This is more time consuming to do than on the Vita. Yeah. Not the best. And that goes more to the meme of they probably had stock in a warehouse from a year ago, and they realized people like the 2+ membranes better, and so they quickly threw those together and said, hey, it's all good. Here you go. Put them in if you want. Yeah, we'll put up a video.
This is definitely a pain, especially compared to the Odin even, which is a much larger device. But yeah, they did this thing right here. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to attack this yet, but these buttons are actually small tab. They're actually sticking in here.
Mm-hmm. And are they glued to the membrane?
Well, these little just little pads,
or the dome, essentially. The pads, right?
No, these aren't dome. These are just the regular switches.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Here.
I want to show people, by the way, a bit closer what these parts look like.
Yeah, I'll here in a little bit if you'd like. Design is not terribly conducive to doing this. How about that? This design is not conducive to doing this well. This is kind of a pain.
No. Yeah, I don't think it was designed from the ground up for for this to happen.
No.
Now, when you get your Retroid, you're going to get a box like this, a little different than their older boxes, which is kind of nice. I like how it flips up.
There we go. All
like
right. So
that.
make sure you wedge over here a little bit, and
Okay.
then this ribbon connector right here is the last thing holding this thing in. There we go. Came loose. All right.
Nice.
Okay. And this right here is one of the parts you're replacing. These are the
This one
standard
right
dome
there.
switches that it comes with. Yeah. And there's a dome switch on the back as well. But all right, let's pull this out. So yes,
This part right
the
there.
buttons are fused to the membrane, which sucks.
Okay.
This is the same crab that they pulled before, and
Right.
yeah, that's not great. Actually,
Here's
just
the
tore
other
it a
side.
little bit. It tore easily, just so you know.
Yikes.
When you take it out.
Yikes.
Extremely easily.
Extremely easy. Chris is asking, taking the battery out makes it easier.
This battery is going to be stuck down, so the same
They
way
come right
that
off. They
the
aren't
Odin
fused. Okay.
Well, let me see here.
Joe V says he's pooping right now. Joe, I hope you're having a great poop. I hope it comes out easy and that, there's no struggle.
Okay, so this battery is infinitely easier to take out than the Odin's battery. I was actually worried about that.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because getting that Odin battery out was a pain.
Well, I was going to tell people if you're expecting Thor to disconnect the battery for any reason, out of stubbornness, he won't. But I think he might be right now.
Oh no,
We're doing the full
Here
one.
we go. Battery
Here's
out.
the buttons.
That actually came out
Yay.
significantly easier than the Odin.
Here's the membranes and the buttons they sent, by the way. Looks to be what they have on the 2 Plus.
Cool. And in case you guys can't tell, if you watch the Odin Teardown, this is made essentially by the same person. This was designed. So I only took the battery out just to show how to take it out, where I'm still focusing on the daughter boards for the controllers right now.
Yep. There's the button. So nice.
Hit the button. And I really don't want to take any of these actual like edge buttons out. They don't seem like they want to come out, and the small and fragile. I'm actually concerned that I'm going to break them. So shoulder button swaps, that kind of stuff, that's going to be kind of a pain.
I'm hoping
but we'll see.
I'm hoping all goes well there.
Yeah. All right, let's get this other controller board out.
Mr. Faust, yeah, this is the new hosting service we're using, Riverside. Thor, we realized Thor's stream's a little low quality due to his internet connection tonight. So I'm going to try to show off what I can on my side as well. These first units do ship with a free 32 gig SD card in its packaging. That's kind of neat. And they give you the tools you need. You know, you got your guitar pick, you got your screwdrivers.
Which again, it comes with a manual very easily.
Cord. Yeah. Yeah, they actually, they actually gave you a real, apparently a real SanDisk card. And I was comparing write times on this the other day because I didn't believe that.
So this comes with a spacer.
Really?
For the sticks. Yeah. So this actually puts sticks down and it gives it a box to sit in. So keep that in mind when you take it apart, that those come out.
So okay, that's interesting.
Too. Locked a little bit, but
you can push it through.
Yeah.
Edgar asks, do you guys know about the whole Vita buttons hack that Taki mentioned in his video? You know, we could probably get some Vita buttons out and try that. I don't think that's our aim today, but I'm not opposed to trying that out if it improves how things feel, you know?
We can definitely look into it soon.
Yep.
All right. And so it looks like this board is going to be significantly easier to get out than the other one because it's much smaller and it doesn't wrap around to those other buttons as well.
Yeah.
Make sure when you're taking these screws out, the head is on them. The cross sizes for the Phillips are slightly different. So make sure that you are firm, but don't break it.
Great.
So make sure you get down and get nice pressure on it because otherwise they will strip out and you will never get that board out.
That's why I'm always so nervous I'm so always so nervous to open these up and do this kind of work. But more and more I've been doing it, and so far it's been going okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So that's everything that's in the package.
That one comes out way easier.
Great. Okay.
So, and then there you go. This one is also fused. So
okay.
All right. Continuing on, this is one of the speakers, one of the downward facing speakers, and it kind of yeah. So it comes right out. These tiny JSTs, these 2-pin JSTs are actually pretty loose compared to be expecting. They come right out, super easy. And keep in mind that one of the cables is balance. So
okay. That's good to know. Hopefully
all right.
Yeah.
So we've got
what's next?
We've got this ribbon cable right here, which this looks like it's going to the screen. Cable was the one that was under the battery. That goes to the daughter board for the controller right here. And take the motherboard out. That's probably going to be the last thing I take out.
Okay.
And while you're going over performance reviews and stuff like that, I'm going to reassemble it. So
okay, performance reviews. Okay. Oakley dokley doo doo doo.
Oakley dokley. Always be very careful when you're taking your Wi-Fi stuff off. Try to put as much even pressure around it as you can, because these little connectors will rip off these boards way too easily. Ask me how I know that. 552. We have any other questions we need to get to? Joseph Del Grosso says this is definitely seems like a great mid-range $100 to $150 pick, but also feel like Odin Light at $200 offers quite a bit if you can bump up. I do agree with that, but Odin Light availability sucks right now. How you doing, Stubbs? Uh-oh. Looks like Stubbs went out. Oh, he's coming back. You all right, bud?
Yeah, my internet blipped out.
Oh, okay.
So, I have a complaint about this.
What's your complaint?
The first thing I did is like, okay, to really compare to the Odin for me, I want to try Call of Duty Mobile.
Okay.
People probably have already realized this by now, and I'm sure it's already been mentioned, but Call of Duty Mobile does not work on the RP3 because, well, it works, but it only shows a portion of the screen. So you're missing like 20% of the screen, and therefore you can't reach the touch controls to fire your gun. So you can run around and you can sit and stand, but you can never fire a gun in the game. It's actually kind of frustrating. I did try out though; it does have gyro controls, so you can use the gyro aiming, which is nice. But Call of Duty Mobile works better on the 2 Plus than it does on the RP3. Just gonna say that, and on the Odin, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping there's an update that comes out either on the Retroid side or on the COD side, but I doubt they're going to address such a one-off niche use case, which I'm sure has something to do with the iPhone screen. Ogie2188 says, worked fine for me. Huh. Anyone else notice that? Everyone should try out Call of Duty Mobile for me and let me know, because...
Are you on?
You know what? I'll reinstall it.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, let's get this screen connector out of here.
Yeah, Christian, I tried to use the key mapper. That's the first thing I did. But you have to be able to drag the key mapper to where the gun is showing.
Okay.
And so I can't seem to get that.
This is something you have to be really careful about, and the Odin was actually kind of similar. So right here, they have a place on the motherboard for a rumble motor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of putting the rumble motor there, and this is the original design from the RP2. This specific motor, remember the motor that they didn't put
Right.
in the RP2, right?
Right.
So
That's what this is.
that's what this shape is right here. All right.
Okay.
So instead, you have what the rumble motor that they put in the Odin right here. This is soldered to this, right, on the leads. So there's no connector. They very easily could have put a connector on it, but they chose not to. So if you're going this far as to take the motherboard out, which most people probably won't, if you do, just be real careful right here and try to remember that this is soldered to the board when you take it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can take it out, but that'll probably be as far as we need to go.
Okay. I can dig it. Let me play something that does work. You know, a beautiful game on the screen is Horizon Chase. So that's one I've been enjoying.
What is Horizon Chase? There we go.
It's very outrunny. It's outrun-esque.
Okay.
I'm sure Damien has played
Damien will like that, yeah. All right, that's the main motherboard out.
Hey.
Yeah. Pretty good.
There you go. Looks nice. Rate this PCB. Pretty good. Rate the PCB out of 10 for me.
This is a really solid PCB design. I like the heat dissipation stuff going on over here for the RAM and the processor and the storage chips. It's a little busy. It's a little busy. I don't like this design right here.
Yeah.
They put the battery connector right next to a bunch of ICs. So when you're pulling the battery out, make sure, and plugging it back in, make sure that you don't hit any of this stuff over here, because if you break it, that's the motherboard trashed. So
you break it, you buy it. You've already bought it.
Otherwise, pretty good. I kind of wish that they would go back to a single motherboard design. Daughter boards in the Odin, but it's a little too much for something this size, in my opinion. But it gives you the opportunity to get your membranes too. So,
well, I'm surprised with such limited space inside the casing that it doesn't get very hot. So in all my testing, I have not had the RP3 get very hot. There's good ventilation. And it doesn't get very loud either. So it doesn't seem to need a fan. You don't need to, it also doesn't need any underclocking controls or overclocking. In fact, I'd like to try a little bit of overclocking. Because it does have the same. Yeah.
Unisoc they don't like to play well with others. So.
Right. They don't want you to overclock their stuffs. But I ran into the same performance limitations I've run into on the 2 Plus, just across the board.
Yeah.
I am not getting the performance that I was maybe expecting after watching some of the early prototype videos.
Yeah. What performance do you think is missing, to be honest? This is a tricky one right here.
PS2 and GameCube. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, PS2 and GameCube. You see this right here? This is tricky. Setting this in here and getting this set up right. Yeah, don't take the main motherboard out. Don't do it.
Okay.
It's
going to be bad times. Bad times.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, so 3DS, GameCube, PS2, those are not systems I would buy this handheld for personally, because at least on the 2 Plus, when you're under resing, you know, it still looks decent on that 640 by 480 screen. But on this screen, if you're under resing and you're going to stretch it, you're getting the same performance dips, but it looks way worse. I would skip GameCube, PS2, and 3DS for the most part. There's going to be some lower end games that I think you can run okay. Reference our RP2 Plus and RP3 compatibility sheet, our Google sheet, and that'll have a lot of community tests. And you can kind of see what you're going to expect for the RP3, because again, all the stuff seems to come across the same as from the 2 Plus.
Yeah.
Christian says, very comfortable, having a hard time trying to complain about the RP3. Yeah, that's the thing, is that I don't care. about a lot of these performance hiccups or what have you, because I'm solidly playing like PS1, 16-bit, N64, and it's just a comfortable experience and it's a happy experience. And I put one of my favorite front ends on here, Reset Collection, and it looks good. It plays well. And it does everything I need it to do. It's not buggy out of the box, which I really appreciate. It seems like this is a pretty well baked ROM so far. There's going to be OTA updates that are going to come, much like we've seen on the 2 Plus.
We're still going to try with if we're going to be really transparent here. They kind of screwed us on this one for Lineage for the time being. We're going to talk to Retroid and see if they'll update it, but they did the same crap that they did when they launched the Odin Pro and the Odin Base, where they took fast boot functions out of the bootloader. So like fast boot flash. So even if you unlock the bootloader in the dev mode in Android, when you go to do the fast boot flashing unlock to actually unlock the bootloader, it tells you that you can't do it. So they kind of screwed us for the time being.
Retroid, come on, dudes.
Yeah, it's
silly. Be chill. Send Source. Help us out. Just help us out. Bro. You know, you released Source for the 2 Plus the other day, so Lineage is coming to that, and that's pretty neat. But give us a solid on the 3. What's the worst we're gonna do?
Lineage was already coming.
Sure, I know that. I'm just. What do you want me to say, man?
Yeah,
I'm trying to be on Team Lineage hype squad right now.
I appreciate that about you.
Anytime. Yeah, Christian also mentioned Retroid Launcher is surprisingly good as well. Yes, Retroid Launcher is solid. It's probably one of the best Android branded front ends that I've seen from these companies.
I actually like it better than the Odin launcher.
Really? Well, personally. I mean, it's pretty similar, but yes.
Yeah, I just like the style.
Yeah, they made some advancements there. And comparing it to like the Ambernic, the new front end for the 353p, I do like this one better. It's a little more baked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But we'll see. I don't use it. I still use Reset or Launchbox or Daigisho. They just are more fully featured. So wait a little bit.
How's Daigisho doing? I haven't tested that in a while.
Well, ETA Prime just put out a video for that actually, I think yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so everyone check that out. It's an awesome new front end. I mean, there's retro achievement stuff built in. There's the randomizer. A lot of stuff I love about Reset Collection is in there. You can get really in the weeds with it though. So I still prefer Reset if I want to just get up and go and play my games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're getting mad recommends from that in the chat as well.
Yeah. So I had a little bit longer than usually to get this in here because I'm trying to keep my hands free and not be like directly over it and have it 2 inches from my eye. You know,
you're fine. I'll keep ranting away while you're working on stuff. It's all good. Chocho says Daigisho's great, using it on his XP Plus. Yeah, yeah. I loaded it on mine too. Worked pretty well.
Those, you need something on the XP Plus.
You really do. You really need Lineage ROM or any other operating system except for the stock ROM. I don't like it. Yeah, it's no good. GPD launcher is trash. Yes, the GPD launcher is the garbage house. It is just the garbage. That's why I never stuck with the X18 or the X15 or any of their stock experiences. Never. Just awful. No. Makes my soul hurt.
So putting this a bit awkward, you really have to line this up perfectly to get it back in. Jeez, oh Pete, that's awkward.
Yeah, you're not going to probably give it the best repairability score, but
no,
they're fitting a lot in there. I mean, it is so the end result is this really sleek shell, so thin,
Odin,
so nice.
Is way easier to do this on, and for them to put this in as like the stock thing, right? I don't know.
I get it. It's bugging you.
It's bothering me a little bit. How about
Bothering
that?
you. I appreciate the kvetching. Continental Cosplay says, haven't heard anyone using Dig in a while as a front end. It's because
Yeah.
we don't feel like talking about it. It's not really a supported front end anymore. We can't get in contact with the dev to help with stuff, and it's just not a great experience in general for me. Many people feel differently. Many people like that it comes stock on the RP3, so it's a front end that, get up and go. It's free. Load all your artwork if that system works for you, and there you go. Bob's your uncle.
Whatever happened to Pegasus? Is that still around?
Pegasus, yeah, Pegasus is still around. I mean, there's still the teams that are working on, like Dragoon, that's working on that awesome Pegasus launcher to make it easy for folks. That's not one I gravitate towards just because it just takes a lot of setup time, and I'm low on time, and I just want to scrape my games and play.
Yeah.
So I'm not too picky there. Hey, Retro Tech Dad, welcome to the live stream and the chat. Everyone, check out the Retro Tech Dad's YouTube channel. He's just doing an awesome job with his videos. Lots of good Win 600 content, lots of good XP Plus. Eduardo says Lineage OS is a no-go for now. Yeah, on the RP3, it's a no-go for today, but it is coming.
We're talking to Retroid about it, and we'll see what they're willing to unlock. We did ask for source, and we asked for source directly for the RP3, and they said that, and it may have been a joke, but something about after their competitor releases a 618 device, they might consider it.
Yeah. People are talking about the blue Win 600 in chat if they think it looks good. Just look at it. Just look at your blue RG503 if you have one or a friend's. Look at that. Does that blue look nice? If so, you'll like it. If it doesn't, you probably won't like it. Probably don't buy it. It's going to be like $400, $500. Probably don't buy it.
Yeah, no.
But if you haven't bought a Win 600 yet and you were going to plan on buying one, probably buy it instead of the other ones. That's my take. That's my hot take so far.
Stubbs hot takes.
This isn't an Imburn extreme, but I do again like these green Skull and Co caps. I've been getting other colors for other handhelds now. So just if you want really good caps for your handhelds, for your Odin, these Skull and Co are so nice feeling.
Affiliate link for that.
Oh, my bad. Dude, I'm the worst at shilling the things that we should shill from time to time. I'll have to generate a Skull and Co link. I know. Dual channel versus single channel. Yes. The new SKU is single channel still.
Yeah.
Yes, it's single channel. Could you imagine the absolute chaos that would ensue if all the previous buyers found out that a new SKU is coming out for not much more money that's dual channel all of a sudden? They would take their Win 600s to the streets and just like beat their neighbors to death with it. They're just out of blind rage.
Sing?
It's not good. Hey, thanks, Retro Dad. If I ever need another dad, you'd be it. You seem to know a lot about the Win 600 and the XP Plus and all the accessories that I could ever want for it.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I just put this board in and I didn't put the buttons or the membrane in it. That's what I'm talking about.
Why would you do that? It's the first.
Because I was really focused on getting
a teardown
around this.
Okay. I know you just got off the plane and everything.
Yeah, I literally.
You had Rammstein music in your head reverberating for the last 24 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Fire shooting into the sky. While you were doing that, just having the time of your life, probably smashing just beer glasses against your skull. Here I am in Portland, Oregon, just kind of quietly sitting, reading the daily news, sipping on my coffee. being gentle, sipping on my gin and juice in my retro handhelds mug. 35% off right now at tpublic.com.
There you go. Right there.
And, just applying my RH stickers to all of my electronics. These can be yours for the simple price of whatever TeePublic charges at the current day. What's happening now?
Oh, I'm just getting
show some gameplay.
Sorry,
gameplay, Bistech.
Don't worry about me.
Gameplay. Oh yeah, we're a gaming stream.
We are gaming.
Aren't we? What are we doing here?
Watching me reassemble this while you shill stuff is why people are here. So, but for now,
yeah, I could load up some GameCube and PS2. I just don't want to. Maybe I'll do it later. It's just it's just a little disappointing. But here's what is it? AM2R. Fantastic game.
2 remake.
Another Metro 2 remake. Oh my god, I'm in the lava. The screen, though, I just can't get over the screen. That's what matters to me.
You just love it that much, huh?
It is just so much better than the 2 Plus. The quality of the screen and the vibration motor is better than the 2 Plus, as far as I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. You know what? But I will show you something high end. Let's do some Citra.
All right.
What do you think? What do people think the best performing 3DS game is? Because it's the only one that has a fighting chance of even running on this.
Mario game?
Oh no, I'd highly doubt that. Ben Stanley, have you run into the issues that Taki has talked about? What issues in particular would you like to know about? Have I run into color issues? No. Have I run into brightness issues? No. Let's take a look at that. So let's go to the brightest setting.
There you go.
Super bright. And the dimmest setting is nice and super dim. I was playing it last night before bed. And it gets dim or dimmer than the 2 Plus. So I did not have that issue either. What other issues, though, are there to talk about? Well, I don't have a white unit currently.
I have a dead pixel in my black unit. So
yeah, Thor has a dead pixel in his black unit, which was not reported by others. So that's a new issue. But no, I haven't run into any particular crashes or weirdness. Nothing that's bothered me, basically. Basically, this is, does your screen turn red when you drop the brightness fast? All right.
No, I tested that vigorously when I got it.
No, not having that. No. I haven't noticed that. Again, all I do notice is this is a 2 Plus in a bigger shell with a much better screen. That's what I notice. Eduardo, are you guys bringing Taki back to the podcast? Taki is our next guest on this podcast. Yes, he will be here. Gosh, next week, I want to say.
The next week already?
I believe so. Let me check my calendar.
I really do not like this situation that's happening right here. These Switch style sticks, right? The same ones that are in the Odin. Their ribbon cables get crumpled to make sure that they connect right here to the main board. And
shoot,
on both, it's on both sides. So that's not a good design at all.
Yeah, and
they're in a really bad place to get them back in.
Yeah, it's something they should have probably been a little more transparent about. Taki will be here this Saturday. So this Saturday we'll record and we'll probably post the episode the following Tuesday. So the 13th. Expect it September 13th. After Taki, by the way, we have Wicked Gamer and Collector on at the end of the month. And then we have Mr. Jaded the Bell coming back beginning of October with Mortexer, our buddy Mortexer, towards the end of October for our Halloween special. So that is that. Beyond that, you're going to see me and Damien every weekday on RH Daily, our new segment. So you can catch us there. And we have other stuff that we'll talk about soon in the old pipeline, don't we, Thor?
Yes, we do.
Some very exciting stuff, I hear.
That was really awkward to get that in there. Super duper awkward.
That is what she said. I can't wait to reveal some of the news that I want to reveal right now that you probably
I know
will
you do.
say not to, so I won't. There's exciting things. Big exciting things.
Not just
David Rice says, just do it. Yeah, Nike.
Not doing
reveal it.
Not just Rapid doing Game of the Month stuff either, because he's going to be live streaming.
Christian says, sorry, Stubbs, Call of Duty controls fine for me as well in the RP3. That actually brings me a lot of hope. That tells me that I probably loaded a funky APK, or I need to reinstall, or I didn't download the right files.
From the Play Store?
I installed it from the Play Store, but maybe, I don't know. I'm going to reinstall it. Let me try it, because I'm really excited to play that game, and I was disappointed when it didn't work. So let me get that started here. Thank you, Christian. Can we get hints of what it is? Well, I think so. Just a new venture coming.
Yep.
A new venture. I will say this: we have
a new brand. How about that?
A new brand that will be co-running alongside RH. Our RH is very retro. It's focused on retro stuff. Sometimes we want to talk about modern stuff and other stuff. So there might be another community popping up.
Too much.
Uh-oh. Just edit it out of the stream. Everyone who's already watched this, purge your brains. Purge your brains.
All right. Man, this is awkward. The repairability score keeps going lower as I'm doing this.
You're just getting more and more frustrated.
Well,
I don't know.
Like the other night when I was sitting in on the RH Daily stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I managed to take an RP2, take the screen out, motherboard, take the whole and put in all the 2+ parts and the new screen in about 15 minutes, right?
Okay.
You remember?
Yeah.
God, how you did that so fast.
Right. Yeah. I was impressed. You made me an RP2 Plus from a 2 to a 2 Plus in the span of 20 minutes while we were recording. And I was like, what the hell? Madman.
This is way more awkward. This is way, because they have these.
You don't look like you're having fun, and I'm glad I'm not doing that. I'm just playing games right now.
I'm frustrated because about people who haven't been taking devices apart and putting them back together for the last 20 years like me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm frustrated.
Well, while you're frustrated, I'm playing Alfred Chicken for Game Boy.
Good. You should.
Any games people want to see? Anything they want to see that I can try to show off while I'm here? It's a little awkward for me to like twist my arms like this. I don't think the body's meant to move like that, but I will show off a little bit here and there because Thor's stream is not going to be ideal for showing gameplay footage tonight.
No.
N64, yeah, I can do that. For show. Now, I'm not using the standalone N64 emulator. I'm using RetroArch's parallel. So realize that. But
didn't get mooping.
Yeah, I have it on here. I'm just weird, man. I like to use cores as much as possible, even if I need to go lower resolution to do that. For some reason, just having the all-in-one interface to me takes precedence. Now that stops being a possibility once I enter into, GameCube, but that's fine.
Right.
Not like retro achievements work in there anyways. Because that's what it's all about, actually, is retro achievements.
Right.
So that's what I have to say about that.
So what do you?
Well, I'm thinking of loading up South Park for N64. Mm-hmm. I have fast forward on right now, so don't mind that. So this is where it gets awkward using that start button up top. Just why? But as you can see, it's doing fine. This is a 30 FPS game, so we're about hitting 30. Let's see if I hold it like that. It's a little easier. There's Cartman. There's those damn turkeys. There's that turkey attacking me. YouTube is actively just demonetizing this stream right now.
That's okay. All right, so let me throw this out here real quick. This side is going to be a huge pain getting things in and out of here. It's super duper awkward.
There's Kenny. Yeah.
It's super duper awkward.
This is a horrible, horrible game, by the way. I've been trying to beat it for a year.
You have.
I remember camping up in Alaska last year and playing this game. I remember just being in the woods with my buddies playing South Park while those turkeys just go gobble, 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 gobble. And my buddy Kyle is like, I'm going to break your game system in about 5 seconds if you don't turn off that racket. And I said, challenge accepted. And as he chased me around the grounds in the middle of nowhere, Alaska, I played my N64 South Park game, and I won. It's just I had to go play it away from him. That was our compromise.
Right.
Less friendship time, but more crazy turkey gobbles. With the number 1 3D platforming game from 1998.
That was the number.
Yeah, I think number 1 and number 2. Mm-hmm. Load up some Mario, maybe.
Man, this was a terrible idea.
Yeah. Remember when you were like, on Friday, I was like, hey, I could do a live stream tonight. And you're like, no, let's wait till Sunday when I'm back. And I was like, I could just do it tonight. You're like, no, but on Sunday we can do a teardown. And I was like, okay, it's fine. And here we are on Sunday, and you're doing the teardown. And you're probably like, shouldn't have done this teardown.
Oh, no, I'm very happy to be doing the teardown. I'm very happy to be doing the teardown.
Well, my bad.
I'm saying that launching this so people could swap these boards out the way that they did was a terrible idea.
Correct.
Just a bad idea.
And you're showing people the reality. And you're somebody who's very, very skilled at doing this, who does these very fast.
Yeah.
I could only imagine if I did it, how just hours.
Well,
plus I'd probably break 2 or 3 Retroid Pocket 3s along the way.
A frustration, if we're being really real. So.
Yeah. And as far as performance, everybody, N64 and Dreamcast and PSP is kind of where I call it off on this handheld. That's kind of where I stop enjoying the game and I start struggling and having a hard time. GameCube, again, I'm just messing with settings. A lot of people like to tinker and see how they can push, and it's fun for them to bump up against that upper limit. And that's fine. And I did that for months on the 2 Plus, and I kind of already had my fun on this chipset, and I know what the Unisoc can do. And so it's not so much fun doing it again on the RP3. So that's why I'm not showing you guys GameCube or PS2 right now. I just do not feel like messing with that. N64, fantastic.
GameCube, a lot of people are like, oh well, it can do some GameCube. Yeah, if you under
If you under res, which again looks okay on the 2 Plus, does not look okay on the 3.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Just does not look so good. Going back to 3DS, though, I think I was going to show that off earlier. Let's do a little new Super Mario Bros. We will watch it crawl together. Can this play Fortnite? Sure. Is Fortnite an Android native game?
Yeah, I think you have to
Do
sideload
they have
it
an
with
APK for it
from Epic.
Oh, you can.
Yeah,
I feel like I better let someone else answer. I haven't tried that myself.
I doubt it can run things like that.
Yeah. Roughhouse, biggest lesson from this stream, RP3 is not friendly. It's not friendly to take apart. It is pretty damn friendly as a standalone experience if you don't want to upgrade stuff. I've had a fun time on it.
These exterior buttons foam on them, and the foam is, if this is the board, right? The foam is going around the board like this next to the button. So you have to slide the foam of the buttons, which it's just super awkward. It's just super duper awkward to get on.
Right. Someone's asking, can I get Dyson Raikou Exceed for PSP and Top Gear Hyperbike on the N64? I might have that Top Gear game. I'll check.
Keep in mind that Stubbs has backups.
Every game that is on this system, I have purchased at one point with money.
With dollar.
Dollar Bill? Where is Dollar Bill? Why isn't Dollar Bill in the stream? I thought he was our friend.
Yeah, so this is another one where I was talking about getting these analog stick ribbon cables back in here. They're just stuff around it. You know, like I was talking about the power connector. There's a lot of stuff around it. Just not
just too much. Here people can watch. Here's new Super Mario Bros. For 3DS. I need to get the frame counter on, but I mean, we're getting like 70% full speed. It's the same. This feels exactly the same as it was on the 2 Plus for this game. I just don't know how big of a difference that extra gigabyte of RAM goes for emulation in particular. If that's the reason why you want to get the extra gig, I would get the extra gig though, so you can load more stuff on here, and you have that overhead for Google Play services if you want to use Google Play. Now, if you know that you're not going to use Google Play at all and you're just going to sideload APKs, you know what? Save $10. Why not? I do not think that you're going to get too much more out of the system with that extra gig. And because so far I have not found that to be beneficial.
Yeah.
It's a nice thought, though. I'm glad they included it. They probably were like, you know what? Let's just, it's probably good. We'll call it a 30% bump. Now, is it a 20 to 30% bump over the original RP2?
No.
Yeah. Oh, no?
Oh, over the original RP2. Yeah.
Our original RP2, yes. Obviously, yes. Why they listed it that way in the marketing, I don't know. Because they're realizing, oh, it's not really an upgrade from the 2 Plus performance-wise. It's, if anything, a downgrade because of that screen. And that's a bummer, man. It's a bummer. But, again, forget about 3DS, PS2, and GameCube. Forget about it. Enjoy the hell out of some N64, PSP, and Dreamcast. Okay?
Yeah.
And all the previous systems.
On. What really runs?
What actually runs? Let's see here. Let's do some. I'll try that Hyperbike game if I have it. And while I was running 3DS, I take back my earlier comment. It is getting a bit warm now.
Is it?
So, yeah, it's not hot, but it is definitely getting warm. Probably because it's been on for a while too.
One of these screws stripped out real easy.
It's stripped?
That's too. Yeah, it's stripped.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This guy right here. Nope, it's fine. I kind of was expecting it sooner rather than later.
Yeah. All right, Top Gear. Again, I'm playing this backwards, so let's see. There's me reaching for the start button, by the way. Another reason why it shouldn't be up there. Turned it off instead. There's that. Let's read through the chat a bit here. Chocho says, loving the RH dailies. Thanks, man. Yeah, we'll keep doing that. Yeah, I have been really passionate about retro news, and I've been waiting to deliver it on the podcast, sort of sprinkling it in as Thor and I chit chat about this and that. But definitely been wanting to do like a short segment where I can say, hey, here's what's new today. Boom, 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 boom. See you later.
Yep.
And it's nice to have that as an option. It means that our Hangout podcasts don't need to have that as much, and we can just even more hang out with you guys and talk about stuff that interests us. We don't need to feel compelled to deliver the news during that time.
So on screw right here stripped out. So I have a replacement for it somewhere, but I'm gonna have to get other tools to get this thing out of here. So that stinks. So
I'm sorry, buddy.
Side for now. No
All right.
deal.
What do you want to show next? Do you want to show people the black one, black unit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that look okay on camera? Okay, here it is. How do you... Never actually played this game before. How does one drive forward in it? Oh, there we go. So you can see we're getting full speed here.
Black unit looks great. It does get some fingerprints on the back, though. I'm sure you.
Is it the same? Is it the same material as the 2 pluses from the black 2 plus? Yeah. It is. Okay, I was wondering about that. I have one of those on the way, just out of curiosity. Gosh, I'm getting reflections. This screen, though, again, guys, that is the saving grace of this device, and the comfortable ergonomics in the screen. With that tried and true Unisoc T310, I mean, I think you're going to have a great time. Again.
Yeah.
Let's get into some PSP.
Let's see here. Roughhouse says, how do you feel about the D-pad?
Oh, yeah, D-pad is very accurate. I like the dome switch on the D-pad. I'm not going to change out the D-pad. There's no point to it. It's just so accurate. It's accurate. Yeah. It feels good. There's the sound. It's quiet, so if the wife's sleeping,
clicky, but good clicky.
You know, it's a good clicky. It's a quiet clicky.
Mm-hmm.
Now the face buttons are not my favorite, so I probably will do an upgrade on one of these. But they're not bad. You know, they're Vita-like, but they feel a little bit tougher to push by like 5 to 10% for some reason, and so they're just slightly clicky to the point of being annoying for me. Just the D-pad, the face buttons. D-pad's good. D-pad's good, and the L2 R2, by the way, feels great. Really nice, clicky, and the L1 R1 feel better than the Odin L1 R1 to me.
Let's see here. Team Pandoris asked, wait, it's a pain to change the buttons and D-pad. Yeah, I'm gonna say like 3.5 or 4 out of 10.
Ease-wise.
Yeah.
It's repairable is great, and that earns it 3 points at the base. Just that it is repairable at all. And they include it. But it's a pain.
And if you guys want to know battery life, though, something happier. So as you can see, God, come on, Brio. Anyways, it says 94%. I've been playing this all day on and off, and I'm still at 94% battery life. I did a battery test where I played it for most of yesterday, and then I left it on all night in sleep mode. I woke up today, and it only drained, I think, 2%, 1 or 2% overnight. And playing it all day, I only lost 30% battery life. So battery life, just like the 2 Plus, is very impressive. Very, very impressive. Chip knocked it out of the park on both the AYN Odin and the 2 Plus. So
yeah,
amazing battery life. And Team Pandora had mentioned that they didn't do it on their review. You know, I think if you covered it on the 2 Plus, it's the same battery here. Maybe even more optimized. Maybe even a little bit longer battery life, I'm feeling. So
Christian Haitian. Oh, Christian, not worth the effort to change those buttons. I kind of agree with that, to be honest. I like the clicky, but I understand that a lot of people are going to like the dome, or the membrane. Sorry.
Yeah.
I like the clicky dome. Some people are going to want that more mush. That I don't quite understand personally why that's such a monster issue, because a lot of people seem to be under the impression that they're going to buy a retro handheld and start speed running Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
Meh.
And Chris is saying for the red screen issue test, don't slide it, but tap it.
Okay. Tap it.
So tap it really fast between the two extremes.
Just give a little tappy.
Yeah, again, I'm not seeing any red bright flashing issues. I don't know about that. My 3 units that I got, so I got 3. I got the orange, I got the indigo, and I got the cold gray SNES US one. I think they call it 16-bit. No issues with my 3 units. I did notice, though, that the face buttons on the 16-bit are just slightly harder to push down than on the indigo and the orange, and I think because they're painted. So just ever so slightly. And actually, Faust bought that unit off me, so I sent it in the mail to Faust yesterday. So Faust, let me know how you feel, because it could be in my head. I don't know. They feel good and it's playable, and I got the screen protector on that unit better than I did on my indigo or my orange, which I completely screwed up and had to start from scratch on. So everyone, let it be known that Thor got 2 good screen protectors on his units, and I did a bad job twice. So he's 2.
First time ever.
I'm 0. So I'm proud of them.
So used to having just like a stock of stuff, but yeah, they totally included extra screws in the thing. So thank you for that tip. I have it right.
Yeah. What PSP game should I play?
What you got, man?
Whatever. I don't have that one that the dude in chat mentioned, but I have all the standards. I don't know. I always do Mega Man Maverick Hunter. That's kind of my go-to game.
Go off like God of War or something like that,
It's just, again, people, this is the RP2 Plus that we have reviewed, tested, and broken down for months now.
So many
you have
times.
You have to understand that we're excited about a new Retroid product, and the RP3 is nice, but this chipset we have tested to death, and it's just not super fun for us to revisit.
Well, it's not even that. It's not. It has a different screen, but it's like testing performance between the 351P and the 351V. Nothing's gonna change that much in that regard. Now, I will say, running things full widescreen might be different.
And that's what I've been trying. Yeah. So here's Maverick Hunter on PSP. Mega Man, one of my favorite games. Let me get the screen counter on.
All right, let's take a look here.
Mm-hmm. This is a difficult game to play backwards. Gosh. Yeah.
There we go.
Maybe I can play it backwards. This is going to be my new challenge now. Play games backwards.
For live streams.
For live streams. That's like a new thing. I bet there's streamers out there that do that, and there's a whole sub group for that somewhere.
Probably.
Aging dads who play games backwards. The latest craze to hit the retro scene. Back to you, Karen. Yeah, I mean PSP again is playing down to the wire the same as the 2 Plus. I have my orange set up a little bit more. I guess I should use my orange for the live stream, but it's fine. It's a neat product. I'm not seeing the issues that Taki has mentioned. Again, he had a prototype though, so I don't necessarily expect to see them. If people are going to say, okay, what side
David
of the argument are we taking?
Fixed a lot of stuff.
And he did, and they fixed some stuff in software. What side of the argument are we taking? We're not. For instance, we're having Taki on the Saturday, so we'll ask him, but we just want to know the facts. We want to know the facts from Taki and the facts from Retroid, and then with our own eyeballs, test things out on our units. And I guess we'll come to a conclusion or something. Or does it really matter? You know, like,
well, we did that white isn't white though. It's off-white.
It's off-white. I call it beige. It definitely seems beige to me. I have one of those showing up soon. I'll look at that. The other issues pointed out, I'm forgetting one. No crashes that I've seen.
No.
Not compared to like the XP Plus. Not that we just need a new ROM on that. That'll be good. It's good hardware.
Take a look. I was never
what do we got?
Here. I was never here, but the
you did it.
I was never
Oh my god. Madman.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to try Call of Duty again. Raven Maze, we're going to have a giant sculpture of Thor and Stubbs erected in the middle of Times Square. Sorry, Thor has spoiled the big secret.
Okay.
No.
I can live with that.
No.
All right. So we got to make sure that these are the right exterior screws. They did include couple small screwdrivers. These teeny tiny handles, you're going to have a hard time getting a lot of like the case screws out with something this tiny. You really need to be able to firmly and twist. So
right.
I wouldn't suggest using those to begin with.
Yeah. But that seems to work well.
Yeah.
And it's tough to see how good the black looks on camera. But do you have a third unit, or do you have those two?
I just have these two. The black looks really good. It's collecting finger grease.
Yeah. That's going to be the downside of that bad boy. People are wondering price to performance ratio. Okay, so that's an interesting topic. price on the 2 Plus is so good for the performance. $100 for GameCube, for some GameCube. I mean, come on.
That's pretty outrageous, yeah.
Now, for this one, we're jumping up to 120 for the 2 gig configuration and 130 for the 3 gig, plus shipping, of course. Is the screen and the comfortable feel worth the extra $20, $30? I feel like it is. Yeah, I would say yes. Yes. Watch Russ's review from Retro Game Cord. That is the definitive review in my mind. We saw one from Bob Wolf, who gave the Everyman's review this week. We saw ET Prime give a, hey, this is really cool. And we saw Russ, who said, hey, who historically, by the way, has not been hyped on Retroid products.
Right.
He's just not much of an Android guy. But this one, he's like, I really like this, and maybe we could even get Linux on this, possibly. It's just he loves the screen and the colors and everything. For him, the price to performance works well. I still love my 2 Plus. At the end of the day, I think I still have a thing for the 2 Plus, just a little bit more. I feel like just a little bit more love went into it for some reason.
I'm gonna say that if you already have a 2 Plus, don't bother with.
Fair.
Personally.
Fair. Yeah.
I'm not hating on it. I think it's a great device. It's very comfortable. If you already have this, then you have the aspect ratio for the classic games without needing the graphics on the side.
It's better for that retro stuff.
If you're getting and either of these devices think any real GameCube or PS2 out of it, then no.
Yeah.
Focus on Dreamcast, PSP, and before. That's it. But
it is
2 Plus versus the 3. Yeah, this is great. Click both sticks. All right. If you like the PlayStation stick layout, yeah, absolutely. This is it. This is the one. But only if you don't want PS2 and GameCube.
Right. Yeah, and exactly. If you want to get that Odin kind of feeling shell with the clickable buttons, the nice screen and all that, RP3 definitely is worth it. But again, I'm going to repeat what Thor already said. But if you already have the 2 Plus, I don't know that this is a necessary upgrade. Let's see what the 3 Plus brings, because the 3 Plus, as far as I know, is a thing that's happening. So I bet new chipset, and I bet a lot of hype, and that's the stream we're going to hop on, and we're going to be like, all right, let's do Tony Hawk 3X on GameCube. Go. Just like we did on our Odin review. We went deep. We will have a video review coming for the 3 soon. We have to get to our Win600 review first. Thor and I, with everything we have going on, take a little while to get to our reviews. So everyone check out Flatfoot Fox's written Odin review that dropped today. But we'll do our own video review and a new short video review segment for both the Win600 and the RP3, as well as some other handhelds. Just they'll be limited. We won't do a ton of them because we have the podcast and the dailies and the new venture. So that is what I have to say about that. If you like Retroid and what they've done in the past, it's worth supporting them to get this and trying it out. It's just, if you're wanting to save your money for the best of the best, you may want to wait for the 3 Plus.
Right.
That's where I end.
Let's see here.
And if there's Fantastic, though, if Fantastic happens in November, supposedly for the 3, yes.
See, right.
In that case, all logic goes out the window and you just buy it.
Yeah.
Every color.
Yeah, Kevin asked about Fantastic line again. David directly said that there was a 50% chance that
50-50
that they were going to do Fantastic. So
Christian Haitian having a hard time trying to hate on this so I can justify why the 503 is better. I mean, the 503 has that OLED screen, man. I mean, it's a beautiful screen and it's a comfortable handheld. And you have ArcOS on it, right? Christian Haitian ArcOS, fantastic operating system. But I haven't used my 503 a ton, so I haven't checked all the custom OS options yet on it.
You've been messing with the 600 more than the 503 by a lot.
Yeah. The 600 again has been comfortable to use. 353P as well. I'm really loving the 353P. My day-to-day go-to handhelds still are the 2 Plus and my Odin. So
yeah, for now.
you can't play the PSP remake, Team Pandori? Oh man, Mega Man X is great on PSP, I feel like. I like the graphic style they went with. You know what I don't like though is the original Mega Man remake for PSP with the big blocky cartoon head Mega Man. No. That's some major cheese. Yeah, Retro Tech Dad says I'm buying every color. Yeah.
That's a
Mega
great
Man X
device.
is so great. It is. Mega
No, it's
Man's
a
a good
great
game
device
to have with you.
with poor repairability, and it's a poor idea for them to include replacement parts. Because people are going to get it and think, oh man, we're on, and then get halfway through that and be like, oh, what the fuck did I do? You know?
Right, exactly. I mean, Thor, if we take away the fact that the 2 Plus ever existed, or the 2 or the 1, and we just come at this bright and bushy-eyed, is the RP3 something we recommend as it stands right now? Because I would say
As it
yes.
stands right now,
That's the one I would probably get.
I would say I would recommend it more if it was $110 or $120 for the 3 GB model. I don't know why that $10 bothers me so much. I think it's
for the extra gig.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm sick of companies so many damn SKUs having so many different models of the same thing. You know,
Yeah,
I wish they would have just said $120, 3 GB of RAM, and it's done. Personally,
yeah.
then I would be like, yeah, 100%. Get this.
No matter what.
This is the one you want right now. But
Well, it's still better than Ambernic prices, though. I mean, you got to say that. The price of
Ambernic
performance.
prices stress me out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a point of contention. Matthew says, let's see the Game of the Month winners. Dude, the Game of the Month winners are listed in our Discord right now. What were they? I mean, off the top of my head, I think it was Symphony of the Night, Oracle of Ages, and oh god, I'm forgetting the middle game.
I think he might be asking for you to play them.
Oh no, it's uncomfortable to flip the thing backwards and play. I'm done showing off games for tonight. You're not going to play
Castlevania?
I will this month, but just not at this exact moment.
Right.
But watch RH Daily if you want to see what the Game of the Month are and our rants about them. Those are on there.
Well, I think that about cuts it for me. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. It's a great device.
Yeah.
It should be $10 cheaper. 2 GB version. How about that?
I like that. That's a good hot take. East Book 1 and 2. East Book 1 and 2 is the third game. So East Book 1 and 2, Symphony of the Night, Oracle of Ages. Go play those games, cool. Get your points, get your merch, get your baby onesies. You know, get your RH baby onesies. That's important. How the hell do I hold up a onesie? There it is. Yeah. That's what I have to say. Yeah.
Your baby.
All right, everybody. Well,
that's crazy
thanks for joining us.
That exists. That's amazing.
I know. I actually have more of them. So Elliot will be dressed in the finest, regaled in the finest RH merch. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Please visit us on Patreon, patreon.com/retro handhelds to support what we're doing. Grab some merch off our merch store at tpublic.com/user/retro handhelds. And also to hop in our Discord to hang out with us, play some games. We are doing this all the time. This is our life, is retro gaming and these devices and hanging out with you all. So we will see you on the next one. This has been Stubbs. And
I'm Thor.
Thor.
It's me.
And have a good night.
Thank you all for coming.